think we're live. We should be sort of live. I'm trying doing this with a different thing, so, varying degrees of success. That, I apparently still had my email running. That's good to know. So I'm gonna just hold off on starting the game until I can actually see, like, the preview pane. Should be working. Um... Alright, hang on. Okay. This is running now. Wasn't actually sure, so. Anyway. Yep. We're gonna be getting back to Tesla Effect. I had to stop that because everything went wrong with my motherboard, but now I've got a new motherboard. I just had a bunch of other stuff that I wanted to actually get around to as I dropped something on my desk. I had a few other things that I wanted to get around to before I went back to it. I've gotten to them, so let's get back to Tesla Effect. Now, the big reason I'm streaming this instead of just recording or just playing back to where I was off screen is because I know there's the dialogue choices and I know they're gonna have some impact, but I don't actually remember what ones I picked. So yeah, basically I'm gonna have to just start over. I'm gonna stream back to where I was, and that way we're actually gonna have the dialogue choices that came up. So, yep, gotta play. Let's see. Yeah. Set load. No, that's nothing. That's not a thing. Okay, so.
Where am I? Is this a dream?
Not quite, Murphy.
Then you're the big PI in the sky?
That's right, Murphy. But now is not the time for you to be here. There is a vast and malignant evil at work on the earth, and fate, for some reason that even I cannot fathom, has chosen you to oppose it.
But why me?
I'm no more thrilled about it than you are. Nevertheless, your fate has been decided.
Tex is definitely back. So this time I have the benefit of kinda still remembering some of the puzzles. Like, kinda still remembering where some of the stuff was, so it should take me less time now than it took me the first time I tried going through all this. As for when this actually comes back as a real series, that's kind of gonna depend, because, like, back when I did this originally, I was basically trying to avoid too much editing. New San Francisco,
Long-time private
2050.
investigator in the big city of New San Francisco. My office isn't in the glamour districts. It's in the run-down, mutant part of the city, close to Coit Tower. A place they've been refurbishing for years, but it never seems to improve. Not exactly great for business, but it holds a strange attraction for me. I've cracked some pretty big cases over the years. You may even have heard of me. But I don't do much investigating anymore. These days, I'm known for being a man who gets things done, no matter what the cost. You got a job that pays? I'll do it. No questions asked. I can't really remember why I became a PI. Maybe I was drawn to the romance, adventure, and independence it offered. Or maybe because I believed in its code of honor. That a man can remain untarnished as others sink into a cesspool of lies, corruption, and greed. A man better than the world around him.
I love how this is how the game starts, and then the actual game is nowhere near this serious.
But even a set of principles can slowly slip from your grasp. The world has a way of beating you into submission. Circumstances change. The guilty aren't always punished. Temptations become obsessions, and love can be violently taken, leaving you empty and hollow. Each day, innocence fades, and your character weakens. Well, it's not all at once, but a piece at a time until you can't be put back together again. You finally realize the only way to get ahead in this world is to make sure you're on the winning side, and then do anything you can to stay alive. I don't know why I'm so reflective tonight. Maybe I finally crossed the Rubicon, but that's not true either. I passed that sign miles back and didn't even pause to take a picture. Maybe I just feel extra guilty tonight for what I'm about to do. There was a time when I would have never agreed to do something this despicable. I can't explain why I do this, but maybe Judas would
Meow. So, Tex Murphy, PI, and dance instructor. Five hours later.
I don't care. Drag him into the speeder. Look, the top window. I think we got him. Let's get out of here.
Day 1. Almost missed that one. A Rude Awakening. Or the 7-Year Ouch.
Hey, you! Over here! Finally! What was all that commotion outside anyway? Wowza! You really got a hit on the head. Remember me, your old pal Huck? Seriously, you look clueless.
He kinda is.
Or what are you?
He's kinda
Jeez,
just
how
generally
hard did you
clueless.
hit your head? Well, let me reintroduce myself. I'm your smart Alex, your personal assistant, version 1.5, fashioned 3 years ago in a factory with truly horrible working conditions you don't want to know. I'm your trusty, tech-savvy sidekick whose primary functions include travel agent, inventory tracking and analysis, investigative advice, case notes, and I'm also a confidant and a best buddy, you gigantic oaf. Remember?
Not really.
Would you like a tutorial on my usage?
Actually, I don't need the tutorial, since this is my second time going through this. Well, here's my facts.
Oh boy. It's a note from my old friend Archie Ellis. Apparently he's out of town doing some research. When he returns, I'll need to ask him about the case we're working on. Man, I don't even know what I was trying to do. Glue's always useful. This looks interesting.
What
Probably
do
a
I
book
use
on
the
how to
glue
map
for?
out- It's one of my business cards, but it looks different. When did I change these? No messages on the vid phone. It's my Gene Autry fake book. Whenever I'm feeling low, I can sing the songs of my hero. Sometimes, I wish I had a talking gumball machine as my wacky sidekick.
Obligatory Mystery Science Theater 3000 reference.
On Saturday nights, I push the furniture to the walls and cut loose on the dance floor. What on earth is this amount of cash doing in my office? If someone was trying to hire me to do something, it probably wasn't legal. I better put this away until I know exactly why it's here. Well, it's another Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic, Key Lime Largo. I'll put this in my comic book.
Where?
Yeah, I remember years ago, I was finishing up the latest Mike and Ike Candy Kids adventure, and I realized I devoured several chapters and it wasn't agreeing with me. I could feel my stomach churning like a volcano, and I realized I wasn't going to make it to the bathroom.
Oh, what? I'll get you, Murphy, if it's the last thing I do.
Yeah, it's kind of been a sore spot in our relationship ever since.
I didn't actually get that the first time. It's running so much better now
These are
than it was
doors
the first
I've
time I was
built
trying
over
to
years,
do
and I
this.
take great care of them. Hey, one of these has a hole in it. How did that happen?
Well, we're about to find out.
Old trusty sidearm. Been with me since the beginning. You want some of this, huh? Bam, bam! Hey, bam, bam, bam! Bam! Bam, bam! Bam! And you! Hey, Sonny, can you help me out? My girlfriend threw my gun out of the window. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just pick it up and, Hey, don't point that thing up here. That's not a toy, you know. Oh, my hell. Oh, yeah. Now I remember.
Alright. So I'm thinking that's everything from this room.
So it wasn't a horrible dream. There are gun shell casings and a shot-out window above the electronics shop. I know I'm involved, but how? I should investigate the area and then find out if anybody else heard the commotion.
And I think from this it was...
Chelsea's newsstand is completely abandoned. I need to find out what happened to Chelsea. That's an empty vial.
It's the empty vial.
Lead pipes are always magically drawn to my skull like moths to the flame.
I'm not actually sure what that was.
No one knows these back alleys of Chandler quite like me. This photo was taken from the top floor of the electronics shop. Who's over there spying on me?
Where is he? He's up at the window.
Uh-huh.
I think we got him.
Someone was shooting from the top of the electronics shop. It's the Wardenclyffe Tower, a Nikola Tesla invention. I have the strangest feeling this is related to a case I was working on.
Where's he shooting from? Look, look, look! Top window!
What even is
Turn on
that?
the headlights.
I remember speeder headlights coming down the alleyway. Mike and Ike Hammer, murder my sweet.
I do have a flashlight. I've been sitting here like the whole time thinking, do I have a flashlight or something?
Another Mike and Ike Hammer. Candy Cane Confidential. It's a Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic. Citizen Candy Cane.
Ah, looks like Louie at the Bruin Stew is preparing to open up shop.
It's a Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic.
Yeah, that's
Sweet
where I
and
go
sour
next.
lady.
That's where I go
I'll
next.
put this in my comic book rack back at the office. Yeah, some things never change or biodegrade.
I keep forgetting I can't jump in this game.
I'm here to see my pal Louie, but I see a pretty brunette at the counter. I have the feeling she recognizes me, but I have no idea who she is.
Well, hello, stranger.
I think it was straight to the case.
Hey, did you happen to hear any gunshots last night?
I did. Was that you?
Why would you think it was me? I think someone was getting abducted.
You look like you need a little pick-me-up. Want some coffee?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. Make it the Armageddon blend, but just a titch of...
I know how you like it. Like your women. Full of liquor.
So,
Whoa.
what was that?
Really? The way you hold your liquor, I just assumed you always got an early start.
Oh, you would have
Like, I'm
loved
kinda
it a
trying to
year or
think.
so ago.
I'll bet I would have. Is that blood? Ow! Oh, hush. Been out picking fights again?
I'm trying to, like, kind of think of the stuff that I picked during my first playthrough, but I don't actually remember it.
Maybe we should introduce ourselves.
You do, huh? In the mood for a little role-playing? Who do you
God, this
think
is in the
you are,
middle of a cafe.
Mr. Tall, blonde, and bloodied.
I'll go with that.
I'm Tex Murphy. I'm a private investigator. I am 39-ish. And I live at the Ritz Hotel.
No. Let me show you how to do it. I'm Taylor, and I'll be your nurse.
You realize this is the middle of a restaurant, right?
Lots and lots of breakfast. Maybe all afternoon long.
Some work, some play.
I have to investigate these gunshots, but maybe if I were to do it really quick.
I have to go into work today, unfortunately. But maybe after work tomorrow. Ah, geez, I'm late. I got a new extension at work. I'll send it to your smart Alex. Please, go see Dr. Donahue at the North Hill Clinic. Call me after and tell me what she says about that noggin of yours. See you, Uncle Louie.
See you, Taylor. Mr. Murphy, what are you doing here?
He was Buddy Spee.
Come on, Louie. What happened to Moith?
Is there something I can do for you? Because if not, I got stuff to do in the back.
Why are
Nothing
you
I said.
mad at me?
You know why. You drunk again? I told you. You ain't allowed in here. You've been drinking.
I had a few
Hungover.
drinks last night at the Golden
Maybe.
Pagoda, but I wasn't drunk.
What happened to your head?
I don't know. I woke up on the fire escape. I go into my apartment and everything is different. The street, Chelsea's newsstand, you. Everything is completely different. I mean, I don't know whether I'm tripping here or having a bad dream or something.
What's the last thing you remember before you woke up?
I don't know. Something with Chelsea.
Chelsea? What day do you think it is? No, hold on. What year do you think it is?
What year? Are you serious? It's 2043.
Oh, jeez. Look at that calendar. Over there, on the fridge.
2050.
And of course the sirens start going by.
What the hell's going on here? Last night, Chelsea and I went to the Golden Pagoda.
I think the wording was very, very attractive.
Well, now I get to see how XSplit handles the noise gating.
Our car. I mean, here I am. My speeder's stolen out here. I'm sitting on a great. God, that was hot.
Oi! Would you guys like a lift to the cop shop?
No, we'll walk.
He's really just trying to do us a favor.
Chelsea, I'm getting a really bad feeling about this. It's like some sort of deja vu.
The Fabergé World Tour the most exotic and exquisite exhibit of the day.
Who's your mate?
Oh, that's Tex. He's having a very bad day.
That true, Tex? Oh no, everything's just going peachy.
Well, things could get worse, huh?
He shot me. He shot both of us. He shot me. There's nothing. Why isn't there anything?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Mike. It wasn't last night. It was 7 years ago.
What the hell is that?
Looks like you got injected with something. Maybe that's what's messing with your head. Or maybe it's that goose egg. Either way, buddy, you gotta see a doctor.
Maybe someone at the North Hill Clinic?
Taylor. She said something about a doctor at the North Hill Clinic?
Ah, Kate Donahue. She's a friend of Taylor's. She's real good. I'll bet she could fix you up.
Yeah,
Been
those
really
gunshots
collected.
we heard have to be connected to me. I'd better get out there and investigate before the cops get here.
Mike, you really need to see a doctor. You can't drive in this condition. I'll call a cab. I'll have them wait till you're ready to go.
Alright. So now it's a bunch of just things I can ask about, and
It sure
I know I
is
asked
good
about-
to have the old
I asked about
wish
all
I
of
could
these in the
No,
series.
Me? I forget. You know,
Like-
it's nice to have some.
I would actually just like
I like that art.
watch
I
the
don't got
whole
a
thing, but frankly that would
Clint's
take
done a real nice
a
job, don't
good while.
you? We don't get too much of that stuff around.
Like it would take a good while, and I did already go through all that
I need to
with
investigate
the
crime scene to find out what
first
happened
series.
before the police arrive.
Okay. It's here.
I'm no detective, but you need to find a way to get up to the second floor of the electronics shop. You know, like a ladder.
And this, I think I remember, is
Wow.
connected to here.
This place really has been renovated. I guess that dumbbell Ardo must have come into some money. But as I walk to the counter, I suspect this place is under new management.
Holograms are people too.
Welcome in. Welcome to the Golden Gate Hotel. How can I help you? Mr. Murphy?
Whatever
Do you know
happened to,
Ardo,
I think.
the guy who worked here before? Wonder whatever happened to that big, lovable moron.
Ardo Newpop, California State Senator. Ran on a fire safety platform.
Favorable
Well, it's sure a lot
comparisons?
nicer than when Ardo was here. Call me Tex, by the way.
No, thank you. The last time I tried that, you were all...
I'm a professional and should be treated as such.
For some self-righteous baloney like that. Management heard about it and I didn't get any time off for a month.
Does not compute.
What do you mean? Last time I was here. This is the first time I have seen you. So there's probably a bug in your system or something.
You're the one with the bug. Right up your you-know-what.
I'm just trying to be nice.
So,
Acquainted?
you got a name?
You know very well who I am. Holly Graham. Cute, right? You tangibles just can't resist a pun.
Spell check humor?
So, I think your sign has a typo.
Oh, no,
It says
this is
hologram
just offensive.
too.
So you can read. It's for the hologram rights movement.
I hate to tell you this, but holograms aren't people. And I ought to know because I've dated a few.
That's exactly what they used to say about minorities, women, and mutants. It's our turn now. I'm officially on strike.
The time's
Well, I
come,
support
I
you
think.
100%. I believe everybody deserves equal treatment.
Really? You're the last person I thought I'd hear that from. Everyone in this neighborhood's afraid of you, you know.
I need to check the
Afraid
fact.
I might not pay my bills, maybe. Speaking of the neighborhood, maybe you could help me by telling me what's been going on around here.
Sure. Though I should warn you, I don't get out much.
Okay. Yeah, here we are. Again, I've already gone through all these
Oh, you know
dialogue
me.
choices.
Just a hologram. Here to serve my the nicest tangible I've ever... Taylor's my bestie. I think he came in one time with We keep everything like that over at the Snow White warehouse.
Okay, that's a big relevant thing.
I've heard they keep a key or something to get inside the warehouse by the door. Well, it's no Golden Gate Hotel. I heard gunshots, and then the speeder came flying out and took off. Now that I know you support the hologram rights movement, I may have to reevaluate my opinion of you.
Okay, so that's all.
I should look around the hotel lobby and see if there's anything here that could help me out.
Where am I? Okay, yeah. Where was it? Yeah. Damn it. Speakers, not now. I don't know why, but sometimes, like with my speakers, I get a lot of like, interference.
When visiting Salt Lake, be sure to visit... Oh.
Alright. So then I leave.
I'm pretty sure every one of your cases involves the Snow White warehouse somehow.
And...
Needs a key.
well, fortunately I have a key. I don't actually... I forgot to actually look for a combination. That's the wrong door. Okay, I need to do something about the brightness right now. 'Cause yeah, hang on. Options. Take the brightness up a little more, so I don't have to use my flashlight while I'm inside a lit room.
When visiting Salt Lake, be sure to visit... Oh. Forget it, Jake. It's a Chinatown sale.
Where is the...
Only guests of this hotel are allowed entrance through here.
I know there was something that had the combination.
I'm surprised people still read newspapers, but admittedly, they bring a nice nostalgia.
I remember there was something that would give me the combination, and I don't remember where it is. Is it still somewhere around here? Where was the hint for that?
Nothing but destroyed homes and buildings for blocks in all directions. But each year, something
The hell was that?
grows up through the decay. This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint.
Alright.
Well, hopefully ballroom renovations include installing an actual ball pit.
Do I have to
Hey,
just
Tex.
talk to her again?
How's your case progressing?
Maybe?
I've heard they keep a key or something to get inside the warehouse by the door.
Mm-hmm.
When visiting Salt Lake? So when visiting beautiful Salt Lake, all these pictures of how beautiful San Francisco used to be just depress me.
Why is this the thing that I can't find? I remember it was like just an afterthought First time I went through. Why can I not find it now? Oh, right.
What do we got here? It's like instructions to get into the Snow White warehouse.
4268.
That accomplished nothing.
Yeah, it accomplished a bit. Okay.
Wow, is this still here? I used this to deal with a cunning criminal on my Under a Killing Moon case who had a bad case of bozophobia. I heard he had my name tattooed on his knuckles, and he wants to show me firsthand when he gets out of prison. I'm not really looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, there's the ladder.
Yep, that's the Snow White warehouse. Avenue sex offender list.
Yes. Ted Bear, misdemeanor. Alright.
Looks like an interesting read.
Hmm. Okay. Drop that down.
Well, now that I have a ladder, I can get into the second floor of the electronics show.
I'm pretty sure leaving that tiny door while carrying a ladder would actually be a lot more difficult than that. And laddered. There we are.
That's a damn shame. This guy was working diligently to get a free sub at Inspector Burns' barbecue. Oh, I was anti-Habitian myself. Someone's been spying on the citizens of Chandler Avenue.
Alright. Oh yeah, and this one. Damn it, there's that one. Shh. Oh, come on. Got the last one wrong. God damn it. Okay, hang on a sec. I'm gonna stream cheat myself. It still didn't work. Oh shit. Okay. So just to tell you what I just did there, I have a preview thing for the stream right here, and it's on like a few seconds delay, so I was able to just watch it after the fact.
Don't shoot.
I don't think he's gonna shoot. Wimp. Day 2. Tex gets his mojo on. Or Donald M for moron.
Following our first lead, and we get ourselves caught in a laser net. All in a day's work, right?
Smart Alex had a point, but I wasn't going to let him have the satisfaction of knowing so. There was one good thing about spending hours stuck in a laser net. You've got time to think. Who is this guy? Who killed him? And what kind of surveillance was he doing right across from my apartment? And what's in the metal canister? Have 7 years really passed without me remembering it? Is it related to my head injury or the injection mark on my arm?
I'm sure I've seen that actor in other stuff. Who is he?
Is he dead?
Well, I think you missed a hell of a party.
Party?
Yeah, you're here in time for the laser show.
I wouldn't do that. I was here to meet Carlos Maldonado. Is that you? Or him?
Look, I just stumbled onto this little nightmare, and I need to find out who this guy was and what he was doing. I'm a PI, and I assume this guy is Maldonado. My name's Murphy. Who are you?
Mason said Maldonado was a PI. Were you working with Mason too?
I'll be honest. I don't know if I was working for Mason or not. Actually, I'm having severe memory problems here, so anything you can tell me about Maldonado or Mason or what's in the cryo chamber here would be greatly appreciated.
I think I set off an alarm when I came in here. I don't usually do this kind of thing. I was just trying to help Mason. He said, come in here, find the PI, get the cryo chamber, and Keep it safe.
Keep it secret. Keep
Hey,
it safe.
hey, I found that first.
Slow learner. You have to find Mason. I think he's in big trouble with bad people. I don't know why. He's a neurologist, for God's sake. But you have to promise me that if I let you go, you won't come after me. You'll find Mason.
Oh, I promise. My fingers are so frozen I can't cross them.
Alright.
If your memory problems are part of all this, Mason is the only one who can help you. So you need to find him and bring him back safe just as much as I do.
I mean, he is a neurologist. He is the kind of person you would ask about that kind of thing.
I'll be in contact soon.
Man, those cops are getting close, but I don't want to leave this place without a clue. I better hurry. Well, that might come in handy.
Strictly speaking, I would never encourage anyone to break the law, but those sirens are getting awfully close, and a life sentence for a machine can last a very long time. So move!
I think that was all I needed to get from here.
101 crate of mixers. This guy was hardcore. As I try to make my great escape down the ladder, I find 2 officials waiting to greet me.
Sit.
Hello, boys.
Well, if it isn't Tex Murphy, what were you doing in there?
Well, it's a little hard to
Oh, you know the drill.
I was really trying to get my hands on that surveillance equipment. Maybe I could see exactly what happened to me. Now the only way I'll find it is if New San Francisco's finest decides to play ball with me. I don't know why they'd start now, but I'd better polish up on the old Murphy charm.
Yeah, good luck with that.
San Francisco is our home. Be a part of the solution to crime. If you see something suspicious, please report it to the SFPD immediately.
Make it quick, Murphy. I got about 1 million things to do. And wasting time on you ain't one of them.
Didn't take you long to get in trouble, did it? You here to turn yourself in?
What should I do? Getting nowhere?
Oh, where's Malden? Not that I'm complaining.
In case you didn't get the memo, I head up the department now. And things aren't as loosey-goosey as they were under Malden.
Alright. Press for information.
Well, I hope you're more helpful than he used to be. Look, I know this is going to sound pretty crazy, but hear me out. This morning, I wake up with a massive head injury and an injection mark on my arm. No idea how I got either one of it. Then I talk to a few people. I find out I can't remember anything over the last 7 years.
You're right, it does sound crazy. But go on.
Thing
He
of it
said
is,
deadpan.
my last memory is of me and my lady friend getting shot.
Your lady friend, that was, Chelsea Bando?
Yeah. How do you know that?
I know your burned-out speeder was found a few weeks later with Miss Bando's DNA inside of it.
God. It is true. Chelsea's dead.
Closed the case. Though a few of us thought something didn't feel quite right about it.
What do you mean?
Well, the scene was too staged. But I'm not saying Chelsea isn't dead. The last time anyone saw her was with you at the Golden Pagoda.
What are you saying? I was a suspect?
You were, in fact. I'd have to look at the case. You were cleared at some point.
Can I look at the case files?
Now, you know you can't, so don't even ask. Look, Murphy, I feel for you. But it was a long time ago. Chelsea was pronounced legally dead, and there's no evidence to believe otherwise. I don't know what else I can tell you.
Did you ever catch the guy who shot us?
No arrest. Somebody high up on the chain locked that case down and threw away the key. Even if I wanted to see the file, I'd have to pull some strings.
What can you do to help me out here? I mean, until I see something or get some information, I'm just not going to be able to believe that Chelsea's gone.
I'm sorry, Murphy, I really am. If you can find me some new clues on the case, I'll do what I can to get it reopened. And that's the best I can do for you. Good luck.
You know, it is still pretty fair.
No. I don't believe it. My gut tells me she's still alive. But I'll find out one way or the other. So why is it you think I came down here to turn myself in?
Well, we just found you at a crime scene with a dead body. That dead body happens to be Carlos Maldonado, a PI working the same neighborhood as you. Is that your way of intimidating the competition?
Drawing a blank.
The name Maldonado means nothing to me. And I insist that you give me a polygraph test to prove it.
I was just reviewing your file when you came in.
Is that a lot? Because it looks like a lot.
August 2047. Beek Nariz, NSFPD informant. Beaten and hospitalized after providing information about Tex Murphy. Nariz refuses to identify his assailant. No charges ever filed. November 2048. Surveillance video shows suspected extortionist Jen Lee leaving the Golden Pagoda with Tex Murphy, never to be seen again. The case remains unsolved. Shall I go on? In the past few years, you've gained quite a reputation for yourself. You've got New San Francisco's criminal underbelly running scared.
Honest, officer? I think that's it.
Say that I have absolutely no memory of any of these crimes. I mean, I'll take a polygraph test if you want.
We arrest criminals so they could be tried in a court of law. We don't just kill them, and I won't tolerate vigilantism. If you didn't kill Maldonado, what were you doing there?
I think genuine curiosity.
Woken by gunshots, I was just trying to find out what was happening. I followed the trail and saw that Maldonado had surveillance equipment aimed at my office. I want to find out what he recorded.
Who cares what he recorded? If you're such an upstanding citizen, you've got nothing to hide, right?
Yeah, but it's like... still would have been answers. Strange bedfellows, I think.
I got jumped last night. I've got no idea who did it. I think there might be something on the surveillance tape. And if you can tell me what happened, I think I can help you on this case. Deal?
I rarely make deals, and I don't need to make one with our only person of interest. Any more questions?
Well, got the whole list of other questions.
I know Maldonado was a dirtbag, but unless it's in self-defense, killing somebody, even a dirtbag.
Again,
she's an investigative reporter
got all
at the Bay
these.
City Mirror. As far as the coroner and the commissioner were concerned, finding that whole neighborhood seems to attract me. I have no evidence of an abduction, just a dead body and only one person of interest. I'm not sure what to think of you, Murphy.
That encrypted memory stick probably has some useful information on it.
Oh, great advice. If you could help me break it, then I'd be impressed. Guess I'll have to see if anyone else on the street can break it for me. Rumor is Zach Williams, owner of the electronics shop, is tied to organized crime.
I think this is the guy who directs me.
The last time I was here, he shot my credit card into 1,000,000 pieces. I'm hoping he's in a little better humor today and doesn't blow my brains out, or even worse.
Okay, I don't want any trouble.
Alright. same page, I
Just
think.
so I'm clear, what kind of trouble are you not wanting?
Everyone knows what happens to people who get on your bad side. Only one reason you ever come in here, and it ain't to buy anything. You know all our stuff is junk.
Investigate?
I just want to know what's going on upstairs.
Look, the guys upstairs don't want any trouble either. They said you can have whatever you want at cost. You can even put it on credit. Then I'll just tear up the bill.
Oh, I'm not talking about your bosses. I'm talking about the guy upstairs, the, dead one.
Look, I know how much you hated Maldonado, and I probably shouldn't have let him use the second floor. But he was paying cash, and he kept a low profile. So I thought it was all good. I didn't know what he was doing up there, and I didn't want to know.
Humble brag, I think.
Well, I didn't kill Maldonado. Although I could have, if that's what you're thinking.
I wasn't thinking anything except what I could do to help, so you won't hurt me.
Alright.
I sell
Memory
items
stick.
to customers, not purchase them. All I know is you ain't the same guy that came slinking in here 7 years ago. That place opened
that's
up
not
a
it.
couple of months ago. Doesn't look like my kind of joint. Let's just leave me out of this, okay? Sure, Maldonado was a creep,
skipping again.
but his money spent just the same. He said he needed to do a stakeout of the Ritz. I think he's the one who came by to check in on Maldonado. Must have been a client. Don't know anything else about him. Sorry to hear about that. Is that what turned you into Mr. Badass? I do love Louie's cooking. Just don't ask what's in it and you'll be fine. You live there, so I'm not going to say a thing. Look, I told the cops I wasn't here, which is technically true. I just parked out back when I heard the gunshots, so I just started the engine right back up and... You the man, okay? We good?
So, I think I gotta talk to Louie about finding someone who will do something with the memory stick.
Hey, what can I do for you, Mike?
Memory stick?
I'm no good with that computer stuff, but that little fella at the barbecue joint is a whiz. I'll bet he could get you a
whiz.
job.
Okay, so I got...
You wouldn't remember him. He moved into the neighborhood a few years back. Not a pleasant man. I'll leave it at that.
Alright.
Haven't had another food joint on the street since Francesca ran the Slice of Heaven. I thought it might cut into my business some, but not so far. Maybe we just don't have a lot of barbecue eaters around here. I can't really talk about that. If she died the way the cops said she did,
And skipping
that
stuff
Holly
again.
is a real spitfire. I don't know how I feel about the whole holograms of people too thing, but yeah, why not?
Alright, and that guy?
Zach don't come in here a whole lot. I guess he don't like my food much.
Ironically, he just said he loved your food. Probably just him trying to keep his distance.
As I step into Inspector Burns' barbecue, I think I'm having a stroke. But no, burning toast is their special today. Behind the counter is the kid who Louis referred me to as the computer whiz.
When you come to my house, come down behind the jail. I got a sign on my door, barbecue for sale. I'm talking about my barbecue.
Welcome to Inspector Burns Barbecue. My name is Mojo. Special today is chili con carnage. They'll destroy your hunger as well as your taste buds. Order when you're ready.
Alright. Culinary colonoscopy, I think.
A hammy vice, a ham, cheese, and habanero corn dog, deep fried and wrapped in bacon. Does that come with a free colonoscopy?
Hey, you're Tex Murphy.
And you're Mojo. What a shagadelic name, baby, yeah!
My real name is Mordecai Josephus.
Are you serious? Well, that's my real name, too.
No way!
Yeah, well, it's pretty close. It's actually Tiberius, James Tiberius. And my mom, she starts calling me Tibby. And, well, I had to come up with something that I could live with.
The ultimate Tex Murphy trivia. You just made my day. Look, I don't mean to geek out on you here, but you're Tex Murphy. Badass private eye. Man out of time. Always quick with a joke or his fist. What are you doing in a dump like this?
State the obvious.
I'm guessing you haven't won any Employee of the Month awards, have you?
Nice. Classic Tex Murphy.
Fan. Like, obsessive fans. Okay, strike a
I'll
deal,
tell you what,
I think.
you buy me lunch, we'll call it even.
Oh, you don't want to eat here. The food really will burn your face off. Inspector Burns is a bitter, bitter man. So, what are you working on? Wait, let me guess. Some kind of case just dropped in your lap. Seems like a small-time job, but there are tons of loose ends leading in all kinds of directions, and you are blindly getting nowhere.
Yeah, good guess.
Well, yeah, that is kind of what's happening.
I could help you.
Well, I could use a good caterer.
You are killing me. Look, Mr. Murphy, you fancy yourself as sort of a timeless classic, a PI archetype for the ages. You know your way around the crime scene, but it's no secret that you're not so good at high-tech gadgets. That's where I come in.
Mission.
Fine. I have a fax machine, for God's sake, and I barely know how to use that.
Whatever I can do, just let me know.
Encrypted memory
Sure, I
stick.
can decrypt the memory stick, no problem. It may take a while, at least a day.
Okay. Well,
Like
that's...
Inspector Burns says, it all... He says he likes
that's
barbecues,
done.
so I'm not sure why he's here. He's the guy you hired to take photos. Sorry, you lost
And
her.
go through all this.
Sometimes I spend hours just thinking about what kind of baby she and I would have together.
Gross.
Inspector Burns has tried to torch the Bruin. Chelsea Bando, the Nora to your Nick. I wish I could have met her. So glad Archie opened up his shop here. He's like a god at all this conspiracy stuff. Me and Archie are buds.
And that's all he had to say about that.
I just can't believe I got a chance.
Okay,
Another
so...
item on my to-do list today is checking out Maldonado's regular office that's on the street.
And I remember how to get to that.
A dirty up. The gate's locked, but when Rook gets to work, he'll unlock it. So I'll check back later.
I remember there's somewhere where I can just find a thing of rubble, and I don't actually remember where that is.
Rook's the little gremlin who runs the pawn shop. I've heard that his hard shell is hiding a heart of gold, but if it was, he'd cut it out himself with a rusty soup can lid.
So to be fair, we do know why he's such a jerk now.
Murphy! Here, let me look at you. Louis told me something terrible has happened. I've been worried sick.
Quick update, I
Well, I
think.
appreciate the concern, but other than a weird case of amnesia, I'm fine.
But Louis says you're behaving like a totally different person.
Since when do you care about what happens to me? Don't tell me your little Grinch heart has grown 3 sizes in the last 7 years.
Oh, Lord. Please don't tell me that lump on your head has turned you back into the pathetic, pestering P.I. I used to know. This is a nightmare.
Uh-huh.
Now that's the Rook I know. For a minute, I thought you'd started carrying a song in your heart.
It's temporary, though, right? A side effect? Please tell me you'll be changing back.
I don't know. Text Miss Carol.
One of these nights, you're going to get visited by 3 ghosts, and it's going to be very scary for you, but then we're going to have turkey and everything's going to be great.
Look, Murphy, I'll grant you have some detective skills, but it was all relentless, annoying banter and endless questions to me. Imagine my surprise when, over the past few years, you turned into someone I could actually tolerate.
Repulsed by the thought.
So were you saying
That was it.
you and I were buddy-buddy? What kind of a jackass did I turn into?
You cut out all the chit-chat and became a no-nonsense customer who pays in cash. You always seem to have plenty of cash.
Well, it did have the briefcase full of cash.
Okay, I'll cut the chit-chat. Just tell me where I come up with all this cash.
All my transactions are done in strictest confidence. That hasn't changed.
Alright. Seriously, a little
I've had
help
a few
here.
rough days here, Rook, and all I'm trying to do is get my memory back. I could use a little help.
Fine. Though I don't know anything that could possibly explain what's happened to you. Believe me, I'd tell you if I did. Now I suppose this is where you ask if I mind answering a few questions. But this is not for old time's sake.
Alright.
Next question.
Alright.
Just smelling the fumes coming off that establishment irritates my bowels. At least he knows how to keep his mouth shut.
Well, it definitely does do that.
Maldonado? He puts the P.I. in pig. That's the man you think was abducted? The one I saw being chased down the street? I never heard his name before you told me.
I don't actually know if he was the one who was
I'm sure
abducted.
You know much more about that than I. Some say... I understand you have a thing for holograms. Years ago, after Chelsea disappeared, you came to me looking for leads to some valuable items, among them a lost Fabergé egg. You left the street for a long time. When you returned to Chandler Avenue, you seemed like a different person, darker, more dangerous. A prince among men. Makes me wish I could still eat solid food.
You gotta love how even this jackass
Louis needs
still
to
thinks
absolute delight.
Louis the best person ever. Everyone just
I knew she'd
loves
get nothing but
Louis.
trouble being with you. I went there once, never again. Such an upbeat, chipper little man. I was hoping they would tear that flop house down. I heard a commotion and saw a crazed man running willy-nilly down the street and 2 other men in pursuit. You became a sullen, short-tempered bully, and I miss that desperately.
Now
Okay,
that
so
Brooks is
that's
open,
done.
I'll bet his back gate's open too.
Yeah, that's how I get there.
Lord knows
Yeah,
what I
there
could
we
do
are.
with an anvil, but it might be useful.
I know somewhere... There's a, like, random wheel on the floor, just somewhere. And I don't remember where it is.
Well, it's not a Banksy.
I'm really just coming up here
This door's just painted on.
for the most what the fuck thing in the game.
I knew there was something creepy in there.
Yeah, what the fuck?
No one knows these back alleys of Chandler quite like me. What the hell is that?
That's a SPO pad, protecting the universe from imperfect life forms since 1967. It's like a mall cop with a 5,000 meter volt taser without a moral code. Be careful,
And then you drop the anvil on that. Alright.
Wow, nothing is so simple or wonderfully effective as blunt force trauma.
It's locked. I won't be able to enter without proper identification.
I feel like I have.
Nice to meet you, Maldonado.
Alright. Scan the card there.
Wow, a place even sleazier than yours. And you have an animal print bedspread.
Well, even I wouldn't stoop so low as to reading someone's diary.
These are the most still roaches ever.
I prefer Weenie World's tater tots. Amateur. I prefer Weenie World's tater tots. Larry Hammond wasn't really a mutant.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to make sure you came here alone.
Well, I hope you were more careful about being followed than I was.
Now, I have a very strong sense of self-preservation. I even brush my teeth carefully.
Yeah, it shows.
But man, he sure looked like one.
Uh-huh.
Hello?
Could I speak to Carlos? Tex?
Sorry, have we met?
Well, that's something I can go off
hung
of.
up quickly when she realized I'd... It's the depressed man's kitchen. What's this?
Uh-huh.
Emily? Oh, man. I hope she's doing this to get through school.
And then the picture of the woman,
It's real good having you stop in more regular. How can I help you? Yeah, same old ornery cuss he ever was. Don't bother me none. I guess I'm just used to it.
Alright, and then the
I might have seen this lady
picture.
in here not long ago. Didn't catch the name.
Hang on,
Whatever
what
you
did
need, Mike.
What did you say about that?
Just ask.
I missed that.
I might have seen this lady in here not long ago.
Alright. Yeah, I can... Actually, Holly can... Nah, she's
Holly
on
must be out on
strike.
strike. I'd better come back later to talk to her.
That's a shame. She would have been pretty useful there. Okay,
Not
yeah,
again.
Maldonado.
You're gonna get me fired. Or worse.
Maldonado was staying there, which means he was most likely someone who saw her.
That's a fine piece of humanity there. She stopped by the other day and checked out our selection. Took her about 2 seconds to realize it was all crap. So she seemed to know her stuff.
Alright, so she...
I don't know what it is they're serving in there, but it sure as hell ain't barbecue.
She knows her electronics. Got someone else who knows electronics.
Hey, Mr. Murphy. Still running the decryption program. You can hang with me till it's done. Shouldn't be more than 4 or 5 hours. Who's that?
Her? Nope. Apparently not.
Comes in here all the time to eat, just so he can complain.
Yeah, it sounds like him. Don't have any other leads at the moment. Phone message.
Saturday night?
This message is for Mr. Tex Murphy. Storm clouds are brewing. Are you with the White Russians or against us? A White Guard member is close. Prove your loyalty and we will reveal the truth.
What the heck was that? There must be another Tex Murphy in the phone book. Closed. Yeah, this building's been a lemon for anyone who's tried to open a business here.
I do have the... I do have the thing for here, but I don't remember finding anything here.
Cigarettes. Yummy. The air outside feels thick, like I'm breathing through a pair of dirty gym socks. It's a high radiation day. Most everyone will be staying inside, but I need to hunt for some work. I always like to start the day with the traditional PI breakfast. That hits the spot. Yeah, I bet some intense smoking competitions take place here. Yeah, I bet some intense smoking competitions take. Only the most prestigious people are invited to this club.
I'm thinking this is just got the golf. Which, you know I'm gonna do that anyway. Well, that happened.
Nice cowboy hat.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember what's next. Damn it, where was it?
If this woman has been doing business with Maldonado, maybe someone else on Chandler Avenue will recognize her.
Let's see. Checked with electronics shop, Louis, Mojo. Haven't checked Rook, but I don't know why he would know.
Perfectly clear. Your status as a paying customer earns you a modicum.
Yeah, whatever.
Lovely. Oh, she may have come by here. I can't be sure.
Well, that didn't know.
I hope you don't mind, Mike.
Still nothing new. I think I just missed something here.
I prefer Weenie World's tater tots. It's the only Roach hotel where you have a better chance of survival inside than outside. Both Maldonado and I appreciate subtle storytelling techniques. Maybe we could have been friends, if you were alive. Ew, even I have a higher standard of living. And I've eaten dog food before. Ew, even I have a higher standard of living. And I've eaten dog food before.
His filing techniques are crude at best.
I thought I would be able to check on the piece of paper in the one pile of crap. Apparently not.
Yuck. There's gum in this shoe. Problem with vid phones is you can't call anyone from the bathroom anymore. Well, you shouldn't. Larry Hammond wasn't really a mutant.
Wait, no, I saw this.
I wanted to make sure you...
But man, he sure looked like one. Hair cream. Glad I don't need this.
Yeah. Shit, what was this? I don't think there was anything in any of these other... Yeah, there was nothing there, and I don't think there was anything else in...
That's a damn shame. This guy was working diligently to get a free sub at Inspector Burns' barbecue. One crate of mixers. Yeah, Louis once told me these rooms were used by bootleggers and smugglers during Prohibition. This SOB's been living up here, watching my every... This equipment is surveying several... This SOB's been living up here. This SOB's been living up here, watching my every move.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Shit.
Sad to say, many robots and cyborgs end up down here. They get hooked on old Chihuahua motor oil, and they stumble down here looking for a fix until their lights fade out. I remember the day I came back to my office to that grisly sight.
Hey, there's a head there.
I guess people are a little apprehensive about taking that bottle back for deposit.
Well, it's not a Banksy.
One sec. I've already played this game. Why am I lost?
Hey, Mr. Murphy. Still running the decryption program. You can hang with me till it's done. Shouldn't be more than 4 or 5 hours. You think Mother was spying on you? Not surprising.
It's a new thing, but it doesn't help.
Hey, what can I do for you, Murph?
Surveillance video?
So that so-and-so was spying on you. You and I wasn't real close, so I couldn't say why he'd been doing that.
Maybe...
More questions? Why you gotta keep coming back with more questions?
I don't know, because I'm an
I saw him bring in
investigator.
some cameras, so he must have been recording the surveillance. But whatever he had got confiscated by the cops. That's a fine piece of humanity there. She stopped by...
Still... no idea.
A bell will be placed in the lobby if a clerk is on duty. As I ring the bell, I
There we
expect
go.
Milo, but another familiar face pops up from behind the counter. It's Clint. Looks like he's dabbled in some home plastic surgery to cover his empty eye socket. It's amazing what you can do with a tire patch, spray paint, and crazy glue.
Ah, Mr. Murphy. Will you be needing some housekeeping done? I can't remember the last time we saw you around here.
Update.
Yeah, me neither. Don't know if you heard, but I had a little blackout.
I used to get brownouts. Louis' chocolate pie damn near put me in a coma every time.
Previous owner, I guess?
Where is Nilo? You haven't had to resort to working for that scumbag, have you?
Nilo? Man, I haven't heard that name in years. Not since I bought this place from him. The city was gonna condemn it, but Nilo didn't feel like fixing it up, so he sold it real cheap.
Where'd he go?
Where did Nilo end up?
You mean Nellie? He got a sex change. Yeah, I don't know. He tried to pass himself off as his long-lost twin sister for a while, but that didn't fly.
Curiosity?
Well, you've done a bang-up job. Even got rid of the smell. What was that, anyway?
You do not want to know. God, I wish I could get amnesia for that memory. But on the bright side, we've exterminated most of the roaches and reinforced the foundation after the big quake last year. And finally got real fire extinguishers, so no more painted-on safety features. We're up to a 3-star cubic zirconia rating in the Mutant Leisure blog spot now.
Second home?
Well, with such deluxe accommodations, I'm surprised I'd stay anywhere else. Do you know where I stay when I'm not here?
Nope. You pay me well to keep an extra eye on your apartment and my nose out of your business.
I'm not behind on my rent? Maybe I should get amnesia more often.
You're paid through the end of the year, just like every year. You're hardly ever here these days, but hey, let me get my nose out of your business. That sounded disgusting. Let's change the subject. What can I do for you?
Okay. Have you seen
I know
her?
for a fact I've never seen this fox before, because if I had, she'd be my lady love.
Heck, Malden. That buffoon always got credit for cases I solved.
I've even already done this before. Why? Oh wait, she's back.
Hey, Tex. How's your case progressing? Yeah,
Photo
I've
of
seen
her.
this woman in here. In fact, she picked up a piece of mail that's been delivered here. I might be able to get a name or address for you. Let me see if I have an image of the envelope. Yep, got it. I'll print it out for you.
Okay. Do
Let
you
me
know
check.
that name?
I can confirm that Mason Bowers has been a registered guest here. Sorry, Tex. I'm not allowed to give out any more information than that. If I could smell, I'm pretty sure he would stink. Always looks like he's up to something unsavory.
Okay.
Holly sends the information about the mystery woman to my smart Alex, and I get a new location on the map. It's on the coast near Monterey. Whoever owns this place has mucho dinero.
Okay. So, before I progress on, I'm gonna just take a quick break. One, because I gotta run the air conditioner real quick. And two, I want to make sure I'm like not losing track of time too much. So, gonna be a 5-minute break. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. And remember how I said I was gonna try and not lose track of time? Turns out I don't actually have too much more time. Gonna save now, just to... Actually, I don't need to worry about it. That's not the right thing. But...
Whoa.
I can
get my speeder and realize I'm very wobbly.
Let's get
and my
the
vision's pretty fuzzy.
next bit
I
done.
realize it's finally time to get this head wound checked out and some professional input on what's happened to me. Now's as good a time as any. I call a cab, and I'm on my way to the North Hill Clinic.
Where are you headed?
North Hill Clinic.
Well, I better step on it. You look like you're in pretty bad shape. Your eyes are really bloodshot.
Yeah, you should see him from this side.
Live around here?
Yeah, I do. The Ritz.
I've heard there's a lot of Morlocks in that area.
Morlocks?
That's what they call them. Some new, crazy type of mutant.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard rumors that they're attacking people.
On Chandler Avenue?
Just rumors. But you never know. Things could get worse, sir. Sorry. Sorry, I just wanted to let you know I was packing heat up here. Didn't mean to freak you out.
Well, that's fine. It's just the last time I got a ride from someone, they shot me, so I'm a little jumpy.
Hang on, I forgot to turn the thing off. There we go. Whoops.
Nice gun, by the way. I used to have one just like it.
I've had this for a long time. Some idiot threw it out his window.
The head wound is painful for sure. Maybe this Dr. Donahue can help me sort things out.
Whose bright idea was it to let Tex Murphy have fun?
Taylor warned me you might be a problem patient.
Yeah.
You know, you really shouldn't keep these things on the floor. Germs?
I'm just gonna assume you've got some head trauma.
Probably a good guess.
What's going on?
Alright.
Over the past few months, I've been having these really vivid dreams. I mean, they're so real, I can't even tell I'm dreaming till I wake up. What's happening right now kind of feels like that.
Do you want to know if you're dreaming right now? Yep, you're awake. So tell me what happened.
I woke up a few hours ago with this goose egg on my head and an injection mark on my arm. I've got no idea how I got them. As a matter of fact, I have no idea about anything over the past 7 years.
Well, you took a pretty good shot to the head. Enough to knock you out. Maybe cause some short-term memory loss, but not for 7 years. Let's see that mark on your arm. I think we'll need to draw some blood. Everything on your form accurate?
Mostly.
Everything except my name, address, and billing information.
Well, I'm guessing your bloodstream's full of cholesterol and toxins, but I'm sure we'll find something else there too. Have you ever had an implant?
I don't know. Just once?
Just one, but it was a long time ago. It was in my brain, so I'm sure there's nothing to worry about.
Well, that injection mark concerns me, but I don't want to speculate. I would really like to keep you overnight for observation. You mind waiting around until we figure this out?
Kinda in the
Sorry,
middle of
Doc.
stuff.
I'm a detective, not a waiter. I need to ask you a few questions, and then I'm out of here.
I've dealt with many cases of amnesia, but nothing exactly like this.
How's it different?
I believe he runs a diner over on Telegraph Hill. I don't think you could do much better. And yes, I mean that the way it sounded. Let's just keep this professional, shall we?
After leaving North Hill, I get a cab ride back to my office. After a while, I'm feeling a little better, so I hop in my speeder and head out to the address of the mystery woman, who I hope can give me info on Mason Bowers.
I should be able to finish up this chapter before I gotta go.
Nice, this is more like it. Fun fact, this is a former vacation home for 3 James Bond villains. Goldfinger!
Well, that might come in handy. Reminds me of the time I tried Who Sells Seashells by the a collector's edition of Matt Cubase Tyler baseball card. I wouldn't dare thieve that.
I know there's a thing up here.
Hello, what's this? Looks like another room behind this wall. How do I open it?
Well, I got a combination.
It's a Mike and I Hammer candy comic. Sleep with a Swedish fish. Put this in my comic book rack collection in my office.
That's not a thing. Hi guys, watching.
If the owner's ventriloquist dummy's in here, I'm gonna be very upset.
You missed the part where I was wandering around
someone while they sleep.
with no idea what I was supposed to be doing.
Yeah, just some books. An old Zoom portable music device. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, my mom got me one of these while all the other kids were getting iPads and iPods. I remember just how I felt that day. Wonder what happened to it. Oh yeah, now I remember.
I love how they used the actual words iPod and iPad, but they didn't just call it a Zune.
If the owner's ventriloquist dummy's in here, I'm gonna be very upset.
Yeah, I still gotta find that combination.
There's room for every member of the Brady family on here except Alice, and I never considered her part of the family anyway. Hey, smoke no more cigarettes. I hear they have a smoking deterrent system built right into the cigarette.
Hey, buddy! Do you know 1,000 people stop smoking every day by dying, you moron? Kissing you would be like licking an ashtray. Get it, dumbass? Hey, did you know that you and I are similar? We both are certified butthead. No, don't kill me. Have mercy.
Well, the system's about as effective as other systems I've tried. But I'll keep these in case I have a smoking emergency.
Mm-hmm.
This coffee table's a special design. It's got a hidden drawer.
There we go. And the combination's gonna be...
One man's trash is a... Hello?
Okay. That's a combination. Alright. H-E-L-L-O. There we go. Day 3. Drugs, guns, and cash. Oh.
the fast and the curious. I don't know why that had a lisp.
Hoping to find
Just kinda
more
did.
information about why sleazy PI Carlos Maldonado has been keeping an eye on my place leads me to a swanky beach house where I'm delighted and surprised to meet an incredibly beautiful woman inside a home medical office. Unfortunately for me, the feeling is not mutual, and she's accompanied by a very lethal friend.
Freeze.
What's up?
What are you doing here?
Well, we had such a charming conversation on the vidphone, I knew I had to meet you. Now I'm rethinking that.
You don't remember me, do you?
Nope.
Well, I wish I did. Does that count?
We met just once, years ago. So did you really come here looking for me? Or are you here for Mason?
I'm sorry. The correct answer is C, all of the above. I came here to find you, but it's Mason I'm looking for.
Well, you'll have to make do with me. Mason isn't here.
So how do you know Mason?
In the biblical sense, I'm his wife, Ariel Bowers.
When was the last time you saw him?
Over a month ago.
No kidding. A wife like you, I'm surprised he ever leaves the house.
We've been legally separated for over a month. He has issues, erratic behavior, periods of deep depression. It got to be too much.
Psychological problems, huh? What are we talking here? He ties his shoe for an hour, or he walks into Burger Barn with dynamite in his pants?
I think it was just a reaction to stress. His work kept him away for weeks at a time.
So I heard your husband was a neurologist, like a brain surgeon or something.
Or something, yes. He worked in neurochemistry, how chemicals influence neural operations.
So who's he working for now?
Mason never talked about his work, even before we separated. But we stayed in touch. This was the longest he ever went without calling me. I got worried and came here. I found Maldonado's number and called to see if he knew anything.
Yeah, well, Maldonado's not going to be able to help us much because he's dead. Is that who you were coming to see on Chandler Avenue?
Yes, that's right. What happened to him?
Well, I'm not sure, but I'm trying to find out. But the trail seems to lead through your husband, who, by the way, I believe has been abducted.
Abducted? Now I'm worried sick. What are we going to do?
Well, to start with, if you could think of anything that could help me out here to find him, that would be a big help.
I will. Feel free to look around here. I wish I could stay and help, but I'll give you my number so you can call me later. And sorry about the gun to the head thing.
Oh, it's okay. I've just got one of those faces. Probably look better with a hole in it.
Alright, so...
I have my doubts about Ariel Bauer's motivation. She certainly seems to have an agenda which includes more than just her husband's well-being. What's she up to?
Hubba. Whew. Is it hot in here, or did my internal fan just crash?
What feels
How
like
does that thing have room for an internal
Come on,
fan?
she's just getting ready to play the field. I'd like to bring her over for a debugging session.
Okay, enough.
Alright, I'm just gonna save here. And I'm just gonna stop for now. I do have to keep an eye on my timing, but tomorrow 3:30 I'll be coming back and I'll be finishing catching up to where my series ended up. You know, once I catch up to where that was, then I'll be continuing on with the game just as a pre-recorded Let's Play series. So, till then, I'll see you guys next time.